These two brothers joined us a number of years ago and certainly opened up our eyes to different ways to run a service and think differently about how we do a lot of things. But more importantly, to see you here after 10 years is a great achievement. Thank you very much. So first off is Dan Felser.
It's a special day for Ben, Dan and Tom. Their length of service as paramedics is being honoured at a St John's Ambulance Award ceremony. Over the years, the boys have certainly seen it all, in what can only be described as a job of extremes.
We'll swing around these guys.
We're going right, mate. Yeah.
How long they can keep up this kind of pace, though, is anyone's guess.
The job definitely affects you, there's no doubt about that. You'd be lying to say it doesn't.
I'm on an outback highway, crossroads on the sign say, no turning back. I'm following this track, blue skies, endless road, Outback brother coming home. Blue skies, endless road, Outback brother coming home.
Working as a paramedic in one of the busiest towns in Australia means you have to find ways to cope with stress.
Well, in Australia, we call that a twig.
Yeah, twig in the
toothpick. A toothpick?
Yeah.
Just a toothpick for the young fella. No worries, mate.
No worries.
Comedy plays an important role, it has its own pain relief in itself. The body releases endorphins, which are well beyond what we administer in the ambulance. So laughter is a very serious antidote towards pain and stress.
You just have to cope the best way you can. You learn how to do that yourself. One of the best things I like to do is don't like to be serious, to tell you the truth. You still do your job properly and everything like that, but that's my way of coping. And you also got to get things off your chest.
There's no doubt that Earth Century, and indeed the Outback itself, has played an important role in helping the boys cope with the stresses of paramedical work.
Just getting out of town is extremely important to your sanity. Sometimes you don't realise how, stress that sort of creeps up on you. As I said, as a paramedic, you see a certain kind of society, and this is a nice reminder that there's a beautiful world out there, and you need to really relax into it and remind yourself that everything's okay.
This space and this feeling that you have in these places becomes something that I think goes within yourself. You carry it with you and you try and think of this spot and try and imagine this place is sitting here still calm, very little noise, and it's always there. What it does to you, the land itself, through the extreme nature of the environment and the social challenges, brings out something in you which hopefully for the better you like over time.
But there comes a time when you have to say, enough is enough.
To be honest, a lot hasn't improved. It's been probably worse the longer I've been in the job.
Dan, Tom and Joey have a surprise for Ben to help him to reconnect to what is most important.
It's a very exciting day today. We're going to head out to the Outback and head over some old stomping trails, Tommy. We've spent the morning packing the esky and the swags, and it's going to be a great trip out to the Outback. Beautiful scenery along the way, so it's magnificent.
Benny doesn't know, it's going to be a surprise.
What's going on here? Oh, we're just going down the road, man.
It's got a few things to do.
What for? Oh, just this person we want you to meet. Her name's Cindy.
Come on, we've got to go.
She's a bit hairy, but
Let's go, Benny.
nice eyelashes.
Just got to go. What about we cup?
They're heading down the road to visit Australia's most famous and sacred natural landmark, Uluru. And it just so happens that the crazy Camel Cup is on the next day. Of course, down the road anywhere in the Outback usually means spending hours behind the wheel. something they know plenty about due to their days working as tour guides and more recently working as paramedics.
A lot of tourists, they're not used to like fatigue management, so instead of just driving like 20 kilometres, they'll be driving about 400 kilometres. They seem to overcorrect the steering and hit the dirt, and then they roll that way. Or sometimes they hit horses or cows or even camels. Yeah, so it doesn't end up going too well for them.
Another motor vehicle accident very early in the morning. It's pretty cold, and this driver was lucky to survive.
I quite like the distances because you get to see all the scenery, and the scenery is beautiful. So on the way, you're quite relaxed and you're enjoying the view and the countryside and the animals that you come across. Except when they're in a critical stage, yeah, an hour can feel like a lifetime, really. Yeah, and you wish you'd get there quicker.
It used to be our playground, travelling around to Uluru and Kings Canyon and Wataka and so on. So it's, we're looking forward to rekindling the roots and getting Benny out there and celebrating some old school tactics of getting under the stars and chilling out.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. When you come to the Outback, it's these beautiful journeys along those highways. It's just an amazing spot. So this is going to be fantastic.
Being a semi-arid desert, the scenery you encounter along the highway is anything but dull. Five hours later, they've arrived. Well, almost.
Let's go, Benny.
Yeah, alrighty. What's this, Joe?
To reach the campsite, the next part of the journey is to be done on camelback.
Something different. Something different. I'm up for the challenge.
How you going, Daisy?
Introduced in the 19th century from Arabia, India and Afghanistan, camels were the ideal way to get around the rough and rugged outback. When motorised vehicles made them redundant, they were released into the wild, where, with no natural predators, they quickly multiplied. Today, Australia has the largest wild camel population in the world, with over 1 million of them roaming the outback. At the campsite, there's yet another surprise for Ben.
Pass the taste test. Cheers, well done. Cheers.
It's been months in the making, but finally, after all the research and testing, the first batch of their locally sourced Kwandong-infused craft beer, Red Centre Devil, is coming off the production line. There probably is no better place to sample the fruits of their labour than right here, under the stars. With a big day ahead, Joey has his bush oven out again. This time, it's been used more as a fry pan as he cooks up a hearty breakfast.
Great, thanks, Dad. So good. All right. We reckon we've got about 20 minutes before that sun comes up. All right, what's next? We're up. All right, Benny. Let's do it.
As this new day arrives, it's comforting to stand before such a sacred place that hasn't changed for as long as anyone can remember.
We can learn a lot from them about how we can be more sustainable with the land, how we can preserve the land.
For the Indigenous culture, what a beautiful culture. They certainly are facing a predicament, but strangely enough, globally we're all facing the same predicament, and we all need to really reassess how we live on this planet Earth and what drives us as human beings and what keeps us healthy and happy, and they're very fundamental things that keep all communities together.
the Uluru Camel Cup. People come from all over Australia to enjoy this wacky festival that celebrates all things outback. After their camel ride yesterday, the boys have picked their favourite camel for the race. Camel number 1, Daisy. But first, Ben is entered into a race of his own.
Are you ready? Steady, and go!
Feel good, that's the last time Ben's going to get in the sack.
There's one more surprise for Ben.
Right, Ben, it's time to take a break. Put your feet up. We've got something nice and relaxing for you.
While he's not crazy about heights, it is the best way to see the true shape of this amazing Inselberg, or rock. Safely back on the ground, it's time for the big race of the morning. But just getting the Angry Beast into the starting gate can require more effort than the race itself. While it's not the most graceful thing in the world to watch, camels can reach speeds of up to 65 kilometres per hour. And it's Daisy by the rules.
Go, Daisy.
God, Daisy.
It's now time for the next race. The boys have to try and beat the clock and get back to Earth Sanctuary, as guests will be rocking up for the next big event. More than 15 years after first venturing out to Alice Springs, this first chapter is drawing to a close. The tourism business is a success. The education program is up and running. So what's next?
The conversation of Earth Sanctuary 2.0 has come up a lot over the last year especially, and we're having to consolidate and rethink about the grassroots that drew us here.
The business is growing and we need to take a step back and reevaluate where we want to be.
We're at capacity as a family. We've also got little ones that we're looking after as well, so we've never felt the busyness of our organisation more than now. Is Earth Sanctuary still relevant? 100%.
Here we go.
It's been a confronting yet amazing journey of self-discovery. And while the Outback has thrown many challenges their way, it's just a small taste of what's to come.
With temperatures soaring, it's been the hottest December on record.
Climate change dominates the world's news headlines. The message coming from Earth Sanctuary is now more relevant than ever.
G'day everyone, welcome to Earth Sanctuary. This is Earth School. Welcome to our home.
Making sure it is heard across the globe is the next challenge.
There's only so much you can do in a small town in terms of your voice.
Can everyone see me there?
Can't get to everyone here at the sanctuary, so we need to, address people where people are now, and they're all online. We've got kids programs which we've developed. We're constantly thinking of ways that how do we deliver the natural world to people? Virtual reality goggles, why not? We can do all sorts of stuff.
Where the story of what we do and whatever we've learnt in it can benefit other people.
To activate them, to get them fired up, and that's what it's all about.
Our culture certainly has a predicament now. We talk about climate change, and our ancient cultures are just the ones to talk to when it comes to learning a bit how to reduce our impact.
We want to show everyone that it is achievable, it is possible to live harmoniously with our environment.
If you want the fruit in life, you've got to go out on a limb. I think that's fundamentally why we continue on.
No doubt, the way the Falzon family will tackle it will be as inspiring as what they've achieved so far.